What's up, everybody? I got a video that we're going to watch today. 10 creepy ghost sightings caught on tape. This is from Chills. So let's just check it out. Let's get scared today. Spot some ghosts.
Chills. Number
Chills.
10, Ghost Jail. A YouTuber named Junked Up Kitten and his friends are exploring an old county jail. They take a video camera with them so that they can make a parody of the Ghost Hunters television series. Little did the small
When you go to make a parody and then you get haunted.
group know that on this
you
night
can't take it as a joke.
Capture actual evidence of real ghosts. Junked Up Kitten wanders around the property with the camera close to his face while narrating.
Is that the ghost right there? Looks like a face.
Ghosts. Junked Up Kitten wanders
Yeah, there's a face in there.
around the property with the camera
Spooky.
close to his face while narrating. He passes by an ordinary-looking jail cell window and doesn't think much of it at the time. When he goes back to review the footage later, he makes
That is spooky.
a startling discovery in the window. It looks like his parody show has turned out to be the real thing. You can clearly see the outline of the ghost's brow, nose, and empty eyes. His head is cocked to the right, almost as if he is sizing up a newcomer.
I mean, that could be
His mouth
edited
appears to be a
too,
thin,
though,
expressionless line. If
You never know,
anything,
you gotta
the
be
ghost has
skeptical.
incredible timing. Number 9, Restaurant Spooks. But some of the most unsuspecting of places can turn out to be the most haunted. This
The ghosts
footage
of
was
the old
taken in a
kitchen
popular
workers.
food joint during broad daylight. A shadowy ghost suddenly materializes in a Subway restaurant. It starts
Not
out in
Subway.
the shape of a human and almost appears to be getting a table. When it gets back to its seat, the black shadow suddenly changes into a floating black blob of an orb. At this point, an employee or maybe
that's
a
strange.
customer appears to see the ghost
See
in
it
the
over here.
doorway. Whoever they are, they look stunned for a second and then quickly back away. The shadow
They
orb
look stunned? I mean, it's like,
at this
you know,
point, an
Nintendo
employee or
DSi
maybe a
camera, I can't
customer
really
appears
tell.
to see the ghost in the doorway.
that was not
Of an
stunned.
orb. At this point,
You don't
an
walk away that
employee
slowly
or
if you're
maybe a
stunned.
customer appears to see the ghost in the doorway. The shadow orb pays no attention to the human as it floats up to the window and lingers there. It's almost as if it's taking a look at the outside world. The ghost starts to rise even higher.
The ghost is
and
trapped in
shrinks
the
until it
subway.
fully
That's pretty
disappears
sad.
back to wherever it came from. Number 8, the Ghost Stadiums. The crowd is happily cheering on their favorite team when suddenly a shadow
Is that
ghost
a
starts
ghost?
sprinting through all of them.
That thing's
Look
hollow.
closely. Their favorite team when
That's
suddenly
like
a
the
shadow
fastest
ghost
ghost
starts
ever.
sprinting through all of them. They are so concentrated on the game
I
that
think
they
that
do
could
not
probably
see,
easily be
feel, or
edited,
hear
though.
the ghost as it runs directly through the half-filled stadium in a straight line. Number 7,
That
Freak
could be
Ghost.
edited,
A
absolutely.
YouTuber named No Ghost Hunter grows tired of living in a haunted home and decides to videotape the disturbances for evidence. The next day, his HD TV literally begins rocking violently from side to side
Uh-oh.
all by itself.
Earthquake.
The rocking motion picks up speed until the corners of the TV are almost hitting the entertainment center. Then the TV starts rocking back and forth the other way.
You know,
There
somebody
is
could
nobody
be behind
the
it shaking it.
television, and there's no way they
You know,
could have
like
been
they can
using
grab
strings
on
to do
black.
this. The day after, No
Well, yeah,
Ghost
they
Hunter
aren't
finds
using
a short
strings,
video
but you
on his
can
phone that he is 100%
have someone
sure
sit
he
behind
did
there
not
and shake
make.
it. There's space
The
for a
video
person
is
back there.
shot from the
Oh,
ground level of his kitchen.
never mind.
When you look at the reflection in the oven, the lights cut out
I mean, did you
multiple
try to
times
stop
while
it?
he films. A few days later, he captures his refrigerator door slamming open and closed again and again. The brazen poltergeist leaves the door open to make sure its presence is fully known. Number 6, Watch
that
from
is scary.
above. The camera follows his gaze and stops on a pale face looking at them from high above. The sickly person looks at them for
What?
a second longer before silently slipping out of view. The group is now creeped out and wants to...
Oh, couldn't that just be an actual person, though?
They tell the property manager about the face they saw in the window, but she says that it's impossible. The
Why?
room they are talking about has been locked and unoccupied for quite some time. They try and find the person, but the place is completely empty. There's no way anyone could have
I
been
mean, the
up
manager
there,
could have
yet
just
the
been
camera
playing a prank or
obviously
something,
says
you know, like,
differently.
somebody
The
could have been
mysterious
in there.
peeper has never been identified. Number 5, Old Pete's Ghost. A bitter ex-employee who left
not
the earth
Old
quite
Pete.
some time ago, but not his job. His ghostly antics have been caught on camera no less than 3 times. The unsuspecting man opens the door to the cooler when Pete decides to grab
What
2
is this in
bottles
the
of
corner?
red wine
That's
for
spooky.
himself. Looking at the footage, there's no way that the shelf gave out or anything like that. The bottles were thrown to the ground.
is quite
with
strange.
deliberate force with no one nearby. Another
Is it a
incident
hollow
occurred
shelf, though? Because if it... I mean,
thrown
not
to the
hollow. If it
ground
goes all the way
with
through, though, someone
deliberate
could be
force with
pushing
no
on the
one
other end,
nearby.
couldn't they?
And the one that's directly underneath the server happens to be the one to fall and break. The timing is
Yeah, I think
almost
that
too
could be an
perfect to
accident,
be a
'cause it looks like
coincidence.
this.
Old Pete, the one to fall and break. The timing is almost
Something
too
over
perfect
here
to
hit
be
it,
a
I think,
coincidence.
in my opinion.
Old
Because she was
Pete,
kind of leaning on this,
the
too.
one
I
to
bet she
fall and
accidentally
break.
hit something.
The timing is almost too
bet,
perfect
like,
to be a
her
coincidence.
elbow hit
Old
something.
Pete strikes again. The third and final tape reveals a glimpse of old Pete himself. The bar is empty this time when the angry ghost suddenly
Is this old Pete?
materializes in front of the security camera.
Oh, here
If
he
you
is.
look closely, you can make out old Pete's head at the bottom of the screen. Many other bartenders and
Oh, that's
customers
his
all
head.
claim
That's
to
his
have seen
arm.
old Pete for themselves in one way or another.
Dude,
All
old
of the
Pete
bottles
is
that
not
go
letting this
crashing to the
bar,
floor are always high-end
you
red
know, be
wines.
peaceful.
This just so happened to be old Pete's favorite drink.
Oh.
At least when he was still with the living.
Was just trying to
Number
take his
4,
drink.
the church
Like, let him have it.
disturbance.
Old Pete
Steve
worked
and
hard.
Jake are wandering around the woods one summer night with a single goal in mind. They want to explore an abandoned local chapel that's rumored to be haunted. The two friends instantly get
That
a
is
bad
some
feeling.
really good handwriting for like graffiti. Look at that. That is wicked nice handwriting. That's impressive. That's really good handwriting.
About this adventure, but they swallow their fear and decide to press on. They pass by a podium and notice a piano. Then they head deeper
The
inside.
piano starts playing
Now
itself.
They find themselves inside of a
Or
small
it does
main-
the Mario 64 thing where it starts like hopping, chopping. That'd be pretty sick.
That's when the piano starts to play from outside.
I called it. I called it. I'm a genius.
Oh my God, turn off the Shh. Listen. Shh, let's put the piano. Is that piano? Should we go out there? Is that door open?
What if it's one of those like
It's
what
a
they're
soft
called,
and
but those
haunting
pianos where like you
piano
drop a
melody
coin
that
in
fills the
and it
church.
plays
Steve
itself?
And Jake shut off their
Could
flashlights
be.
and keep recording. Sitting at the piano at the far end of the room is a black, hunched-over phantom. They scream and shut the door.
Right,
Jake
I don't
cries
see it.
for a bit, then they run away through the back
Jake
exit.
cries for a bit.
The music stops as soon as they leave the church. They were hoping that the music stopped because it was over, but in reality,
Oh,
it
is
was
that the
because
Phantom? Hold on.
the church. They were hoping
Danny
that the music
Phantom's over
stopped
here playing
because
the
it was
piano. What is
over.
that? And that could be a Phantom.
In reality, it
Phantom's
was
good at
because
the
ghost
piano,
had
though. I
gotten
mean, you
up
gotta
from
give
the
him
piano
credit.
to
That was
chase them. They run a good
pretty
distance
good
before
song.
pausing to look back. The camera cuts off as they fall back deeper into the woods. At least one of them survived and uploaded this video onto YouTube.
Wait,
where
what?
it's
At least
deeper
one
into
of
the
them
woods.
survived? What happened to the other one? He
At least one
died?
of them survived and uploaded this video onto YouTube. Number 3, the teleporter. Two girls are
You're just
alone
not
in
gonna
their house
elaborate on that? Did one of them die? What happened? Oh my god.
One of them sees something in the doorway. Pause the video and you can see it's clearly the
Oh, yeah, that
upper
was
half
kinda
of a
spooky.
young girl who is dressed in old-fashioned clothes from another time period. The ghost instantly teleports and now stares at them from the top of the steps.
Alright, well,
The
that's
scared
spooky.
girls run out of the house screaming. They stop
Could
only
be
for
somebody
a second
playing
to
a
turn
prank,
around
though.
from the street. They can see the ghost girl walking across the left window on the top floor. Number 2,
That is spooky,
stay out
but,
of the attic.
you know.
Back in 2008, a man started to notice
I don't
some
know.
strange
I'm-
activities around
I
his
don't have any
house. He would often
explanation.
come home from work to find his dogs cowering
I don't know if
under
two
the
little
bed.
kids would know
Too
how to
afraid
edit a
come
video that
out,
well,
One of
but-
his dogs would only come out from under the bed for a brief 10 seconds at most before going straight back into hiding. A nearby metal bucket falls over and he runs out of the room before he gets hurt. Another object hits the ground
that's
on its own,
spooky.
and the camera moves to the right on its own too. The
That's
homeowner was too scared to
pretty
look at the
spooky.
footage. He waited a week before going back upstairs to get his camera. But one day, his radio turns to static and a spirit orb rushes out the window. Later,
Not a
someone
spirit
violently
orb.
jiggles the
Oh
doorknob
my
to the
God.
door that leads to the
What is this? That looks like a face. That looks like a face. That's terrifying.
attic. The door opens and
Like, this looks like sunglasses and it looks like an emoji pillow or something. This looks like a girl wearing a mask. That is spooky.
shuts by itself. The radio goes back to normal soon after. Things look to be going back to normal for a second,
And then it
but then a
slams
paper
shut.
towel roll suddenly flies up from the table to the couch, and the radio starts making more sounds again. Too.
Alright, let's take a look. Does that look
radio
edited?
starts making more sounds again. The video
I think that
recording
kinda looks
flies
edited,
up from
'cause
the
the-
table to the couch, and
the way
radio
everything
starts
around
making
it
more
looks
sounds
is
again.
kinda-
The video recording starts to
don't
get
know.
fuzzy too,
I don't
as
know.
if a ghost is causing electrical disturbances by passing by. Both of his dogs begin to look in the same spot as
It
if they are
slammed
following
shut, but,
something.
you know.
Whatever it was, the man was never able to physically catch it on film. Number 1, Ghoul School.
Ghoul
This footage
School.
comes from somewhere in the Middle East. A YouTuber named Zabin Jaguar translated their comments. He says at this point,
What?
one
Whoa,
of the
whoa, whoa,
YouTuber
whoa,
named
what was
Zabin
that?
Jaguar translated their comments. He
That
says
must be the
at this
ghost.
point one of the teens say that their phone shut itself off. Suddenly a figure actually appears out of thin air and walks towards them. The ghost is missing his head, but there's somehow no blood.
That is
A loud
spooky.
chanting
There's
begins
no
as
blood,
soon as
it's a
the
ghost.
ghost walks towards them, but this may be prayers from a nearby mosque. Amazingly, the group all appears to have missed the ghost,
That is
which
pretty
explains why they
terrifying.
calmly
How do you
continue
not see
to keep
that, though?
exploring. They wouldn't see the apparition until much later.
So thanks for watching. Make sure to subscribe to see more. This is 10 creepy ghost sightings caught on tape from Chills. I'll leave a link in the description. Leave a like if you liked the video, or dislike if you didn't. And if you have any feedback, leave it in the comments. Thanks for watching. See ya.